Thank you for coming, and thanks to the volunteers that have been helping out at the front table, Sarah Reimer and Catherine Perch, and to the Night Science Journalism program at MIT for helping out on audio, and to Diane Finch for helping out on video. And we're hoping that our grant application to the National Association of Science Writers comes through so that we can post this video on the web soon, as we hear. We have a rock star panel today, and I'm very excited to hear from them. And I know we have some people in the audience with a lot of experience, first and second generation in the online science news journalism. So I'm going to, with no further ado, I'll introduce Allison Bass, our moderator, and she'll take it from there. Allison is an award-winning science journalist and author who currently teaches journalism at Brandeis University and Mount Holyoke College. She teaches digital and multimedia journalism, as well as health and science journalism at both schools. And thank you for helping to organize this event.
Thank you so much, Carol. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Carol for all her hard work. It was really Carol's idea to pull this panel together, and she has done the yeoman's share of the work. So we really do owe a great debt to Carol Morton. Thank you. We have a great panel here tonight. And I've asked each of them to talk for about 5 to 10 minutes about their online site, its mission, its audience, what the business model is, where they get their funding from, how it's happened. And then I may ask a few questions, and then I'm going to turn it over to you to ask questions and also comments. And as Carol said, and I know there are a number of you in the audience who are doing similar things, so I hope you speak up and share your insights and thoughts with everybody else. But before we start, I just want to introduce each of our great panelists. First, we have Robert Buderi. He's the founder and editor-in-chief of Xconomy, an online news organization covering the business of technology in key cities such as Boston, New York, San Diego, San Francisco, and Seattle.
You left out Detroit.
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. How could I do that? Okay.
They struggle with this every day.
All right, all right. Thank you. Before launching Xconomy in 2007, Bob was a research fellow in MIT's Security Studies program, and he previously served as editor-in-chief of MIT's Technology Review magazine. And he was also Business Week's technology editor. So it's great to have you here, Bob. And then we have, next to Bob, we have Carrie Goldberg. She is the co-host of Common Health, a health blog that was launched in 2010 and has become a permanent fixture on WBUR.org. Carrie has been the Boston the Boston bureau chief of the New York Times, a Moscow correspondent for the Los Angeles Times, and a health and science reporter for the Boston Globe. Carrie did a night science fellowship at MIT, so I guess you're glad to be back at MIT. And also, I wanted to remind you to check out the memoir that she recently co-authored, 3 Wishes, a true story of good friends, crushing heartbreak, and an astonishing luck on her way to love and motherhood, which is just out in paperback.
Thank you, Allison.
Sure. Next to Carrie is Gabrielle Strobel. She is executive editor of the Alzheimer Research Forum, the world's online community of researchers on Alzheimer's and related neurological, neurodegenerative disorders. Strobel is the author of Early Onset Familial AD and Research Funding in Neuroscience, a profile of the McKnight Endowment Fund. She has written articles and features for national magazines and newspapers around the world, including, and I know I'm going to mangle the name, what's the German magazine name?
There were several.
Is it Die Zeist or?
Die Zeit.
Die Zeist.
That's
okay.
a newspaper, yeah.
Okay, thank you. And The New Scientist, MIT's Technology Review, and other publications. Okay, and that's Gabrielle. Next to her is Ethan Zuckerman. He is the director of the Center for Civic Media at MIT and a principal research scientist at MIT's Media Lab. With Rebecca McKinnon, Ethan co-founded the international blogging community, Global Voices. Global Voices showcases news and opinions from citizen media in over 150 nations and 30 languages. Ethan's research focuses on issues of internet freedom, civic media in the developing world, and cosmopolitanism in a digital age. And we're very lucky to have Ethan with us tonight because he just got off a plane from Budapest. So why don't we start with you, Bob, and just talk a little bit, and we'll go down, and then we'll open it up for questions.